Hi, this is Bonnie from Mom by Example, and I'm starting a new video series while my blog's being worked on. This video series is called Organize, Declutter, and Be Happy. It's a talk that I give to moms groups and MOPS groups, and it's one of the most popular talks that I give because it doesn't cost a thing to organize, it doesn't cost a thing to declutter, and the results in the house, the results what happens with your children, what happens with you, you just feel so much better. Your children are more orderly. Your stuff doesn't own you. The results are just amazing. So I'm going to start today, and I'm going to talk each day. I'm going to actually show you some junk drawers and some clothing and show you how to go through some things. I'm going to give you some examples of the ways that I have learned to do chore charts so that I'm not the bad guy. The child has to answer to the chore chart, not me. I want to start off by saying that when my husband first said something to me about me collecting too much stuff and our house was getting so full, I didn't even know what he was talking about. I didn't even notice it. It wasn't that I was trying to make it full. I just didn't notice that I was collecting, and I thought I could use it, and we had 4 little boys at the time, and so if I ever saw clothing at a yard sale or wherever I was, I would just grab it, and I had so much stuff I ended up not even knowing where it was or what I had. So when my husband confronted me very kindly, but when he confronted me, I thought, you know what? I think I'm going to look into this. And I realized that there are 2 kinds of people in the world. You're born this way. You're either born a cleanie or a Messie. You can get any book out of the library system or purchase any book, and you can see that. And I happen to be born a Messie. I call myself a recovering Messie. I will never be a cleanie. I will never alphabetize my spices and have the clothing in my closet go from whites to beiges to yellows and then end with black. I'll never have all my hangers the same way in the closet. I really don't care. But at least I know where my spices are. I know where my clothing is. It's not on the floor. It's hung up. It's taken care of. So I'm going to be talking the next, I don't know, maybe week or 2 about how you at home, and you know who I mean, you know who you are because you're probably the kind of person that, like me, couldn't show hospitality. I didn't have company come over unless I had plenty of days to get ready because my house was never ready. And if someone dropped in without notice, I was so embarrassed. I was frustrated. I would lose things. A child would come up to me and say they couldn't find their shoe or they couldn't find this or that, and they would blame me. And as much as I didn't want to admit that it could have been my fault, it might have been my fault. I just didn't have a system for anything. And when I first realized I needed some help, I went through the library system, and the books that I ordered were all written by cleanies. So they would say things like, organize your closet by getting 40 different boxes of exactly the same size and material and label them and use 3x5 cards and remember where you put everything. Well, if I could have done that, I wouldn't be in the predicament I was in. And then I realized that there is a book written by the Slob sisters, and I'll talk about that later. I heard them on Focus on the Family, and they are Messies, and they helped me as a Messie get my house in order. I noticed amazing things. In one day, my house was totally in order and decluttered. I didn't have to do it since. This has been more than 15 years ago. So when something comes in my home, something leaves. Within 15 minutes, I can have my house ready for any company, and if any company does drop in, they might see children's toys, they might see homeschooling books, but I wouldn't feel devastated. My children are more orderly. My children understand that their stuff shouldn't own them. I came to see that I had so much stuff, and there were people in my own community a mile down the road that didn't have anything, that were living out of their cars. So why did I need all this stuff? This stuff was robbing valuable time from me. That was probably one of the most interesting things I realized, how much time I wasted because of my stuff. Even cleaning, I never really was taught how to clean effectively and quickly. I'd waste so much time cleaning a room. I had no idea there could be a method, that I could go around the room in a counterclockwise or clockwise direction from ceiling to floor. So my children learned routines, I learned routines. No more late fees for bills that I lost. No more buying, let's say, a peach-colored vest because I wanted it for an outfit when I already had one stuffed in a bureau drawer. So that's what I'm going to talk about this week. So I'll see you tomorrow.